You know me, and that is good, because I don't really need to say who I am, because in today's video I wanna give you a little bit of an update on my life and what is going on. And this is why also this video is more tailored towards you, person or the friend or the viewer, which feels more compelled to know how I'm doing, how my life is going and how things are going. Because you most likely noticed that, well, I'm not doing that many videos anymore. And it has some reasons for that, which I will explain. Now, I would say, because I will disable ads on this video, because again, you are supposed to enjoy this video and I don't want some random ad which is basically almost softcore porn to get in between. Let's hope that works, but we all know how YouTube tends to be. First, I want to do a little bit of a breakdown of 2023 before we go over to what the future holds for me and for you, the viewer. And yeah, let's start with 2023, because 2023 was, to me, how should we say, an insane roller coaster. Because first things first, I finished my bachelor thesis and I've finished one of the hardest exams in my bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, which is linear control systems. I hated it. Like, I'm pretty sure the people which know it, they understand my hatred for it. And if not, if you don't know it, feel yourself happy and relaxed that you never need to know it if you don't do mechanical engineering. However, I finished my bachelor thesis. It was about a heat storage system, which was amazing, and it looks like the company is doing great and they are now pivoting to building only those things, which I generally feel attached to, because like, hey, my research, which I helped to do them for them, worked out that they're now only doing this specific thing. That is awesome, you know? And while the grade hasn't been the best because I suck at writing, which we'll get to a little bit later, from my knowledge, I knew I had my 180 ETCS points. So I was like, biting my nails, like, damn, did I pass this very, very hard exam? Did I pass it? Did I pass it? Did I pass it? And on the day of where the exams will be told or will be shown to everybody that you passed or not, in the morning, I got an email which said, "Good day, Mr. RagingRaptor. We wanted to give you your diploma, but we noticed you don't have enough credit points in additional topics. Not engineering related topics, but additional random topics." So yeah, that sucks, doesn't it? Because now, oh yeah, right, the special week is also over, so you can't redo that either. Unlucky means you have to do another semester, which also costs 800 euros. I know, for American viewers, that's insane. Cheap. For me, it was very expensive, because it was 800 euros I have to take because, look, it is obviously part of it my mistake, but it was also part of it a mistake from the person which was helping me to get those grades done, or choosing the topics, because he never told me that in the last 3 years. So yeah, I passed, yet I didn't get my diploma yet. What do engineers do? They start searching for solutions. And one of the solutions was, I always wanted to do a master's degree. However, I wasn't entirely sure if I want to do it in engineering, because especially the math related stuff in engineering, especially when it gets very complicated, I have issues with. And this is why I've then decided, after a lot of back and forth with other professors, with other lecturers, which I knew really well, and some friends abroad, I came to the conclusion that I think, for how I feel about what I want to work as and what my ambitions are, a Master of Science in Business Administration with a focus or with a major in business innovation and entrepreneurship will most likely be the best fit, because this allows me to go into more of a project manager role, to get more into seeing how people are behaving, a little bit of middle management, you know, because I feel like, from what I've heard from friends, from family, from friends, and more family, more friends. And also what I see myself is that I like to be in touch with a lot of people. I like to talk to people. That is why I do a YouTube channel. I like to talk to you as a viewer, as a friend, as somebody which is interested in a person which is from Switzerland, might not speak the best English, but still, hey, I had classes, yes, but my grades never were well. Yet I still had so many ambitions to learn English. And this is why I'm doing this master, because I feel like it just works well. You know, it fits my persona a little bit and my interests as well. And I'm doing it in English, in Switzerland. And it's amazing. I've met so many new people from across the globe, and there were so many stories. It's fantastic. So for anybody which is watching and is thinking about doing a master's degree, and they are thinking, should I do it in my native language or should I do it in English? Do it in English if you can, and if you feel confident in English, because so many doors open. There's so much stuff you can learn from, and there's so many eye-opening situations with a lot of new people from a lot of different countries and different continents even. So yeah, this is why as a last exam I took macroeconomics, because I was a little bit short on things I needed to do to get into the master's degree, because hey, engineering, and I suddenly go into business administration. It also meant I had to do some pre-master modules. So, well, got into contact with the person which is the head of that major. We arranged everything, and basically a week after I got the information that I didn't pass, I started with the pre-master modules, as well as with the final exam, the final topic, macroeconomics, which will then finally give me my bachelor's diploma. Spoiler alert, I did got it, and I got an A in it. Yeah. But yes, after that, quite a bit of a damper. Another funny thing happened. For the roller coaster going downwards, my mother suddenly became rather ill, heavily ill, almost, because she got an infection on the pleura, which is between parts of it between your lung and part of it which makes you actually breathe. She had an infection there. She had a lot of pus fluid in there as well and needed to get surgery to remove it. And that was a horrifying experience, because you suddenly see your mother and you can't do anything while she screams in pain, quite literally, because that infection really did hurt. Another spoiler alert, everything is now almost fine, and I'm so incredibly grateful. And an interesting thing which happened is that my father saw it as well, and we both kind of had to suddenly live on our own a little bit, because we are still very close as a family. And my father said, you know what, I don't want to work myself to death with the new company, with a new situation which is there. I'm just going to go 1 year earlier into retirement, and kudos to him. That's great. He saw what happens, and he doesn't want this also potentially happening to him. He wants to go in retirement with his wife to enjoy it fullest together. And I'm totally on board, and I love it. Another thing was, during this time, I started to look around for jobs, because, you know, I wanted to work 60% while doing my master's degree. A, it might be a little bit hard. Yes, it is. And B, I also need to finally get some working experience. You know it, you know? Like, how often do you read a job application which says, oh, you need to be at least 20, but you need to have at least, like, 10 years of experience. Great. So yeah, and that's why I started to do a little bit of job hunting, and obviously a lot of no's happened. And however, I got lucky enough to finally get into 3 different job listings. One, working as a proper engineer, even being part of the competence center for thermal and fluid dynamics. The other one, I would have worked for RUAG, which is the Swiss arms company, and I would have been also part of everything related to ground equipment for the jets and for the helicopters. Would have been also very interesting, and would have been also a little bit of a spokesperson to the Swiss government, apparently. And the final one, which I also took, and you might have seen it in my streams, I am now a junior project manager in train control systems at the Swiss National Railway. And so far, I've been now working there for like 8 months, I think. Yes, 8 months. I love it. It's amazing. It's super insanely interesting to know how things are going, how those things actually work. I'm a huge train fan myself. Like, I am a trainer. I have tons of train models here, which are out of Legos. And it was just a match made in heaven. Maybe also a little bit from my grandfather, which used to be a train engineer or part of how the train works. And yeah, it's a little bit in my blood. And so far, I absolutely love it. And for that job, I also obviously had to do a special course to learn how to design and construct train stations and their safety features, and learn everything around the train safety systems, because I need to work with that, obviously. But luckily enough, I also passed that with flying colors, apparently, so that's great to hear. And in the summer of 2023, I went to Tankfest. Was awesome. Maybe I will do a video. I don't know yet. I did do a lot of recording, but you know how I am. And yeah, autumn and fall and winter was very, very quick. I had my first semester in the business administration course. It was fantastic. Got to know a lot of new people. And yes, I also passed all my exams. So, whoopee! That's great, isn't it? And now we are in 24. The main thing is, and you will most likely also see it in the background, and this is probably important to you as well, I won't be doing that many World of Tanks videos anymore, I guess. I have some ideas, but they need a little bit more time. And I will still most likely do the reviews, because it looks like the reviews, you enjoy them. Like, I don't really have any scripts, because I feel the more I try to work with scripts, they only really work for heavily edited videos in my case, or for for history videos where I don't really show my face cam. Because if I show my face cam, you really notice that I am heavily reading off the script. Like, for example, what I'm doing right here is I have some key words or key points I want to talk about, and now I just continue talking about it. Because not only do I train how to talk in a concise manner, it's also how I train my brain to think more and more in English, as well as to train to just be a good public speaker. I 100% need to take more training in that, I believe, because I think I can do a lot better as well. I still have a lot of ums and uhs and stutters, etc. And sometimes I still believe that my talking isn't that concise sometimes. In any case, I will most likely do less World of Tanks videos, but it's also because I had got burnt out of it. Like, I've been playing World of Tanks for over 10 years now. Let me quickly check the service record. So we should be able to see it. I've been registered since 10th of March 2012. So this year we'll have 12 years of World of Tanks on my back. And I have to say that the other problem is also I don't feel like I'm getting better. Like, I feel like I have to invest a lot more time now to once again become a lot better than I already am. Because currently I feel like I'm complacent. I don't really learn a lot anymore. I just go into my standard positions. And this also results in me to kind of fall off. And now also Onslaught happened, and I wouldn't be arsed to do it, you know. And why should I pressure myself into doing something which I don't really enjoy anymore, maybe? However, and also another little bit of an issue is with news-related content, for example. Usually Wargaming releases the news on Wednesday, and Wednesday is office day, and I'm most likely chuffed when I get home. I just am tired, and I don't really feel like to invest now another 2-3 hours from 8 o'clock onwards to do the video, when on the next morning I should be up at 7 as well to work again, you know? And now comes the big kicker. Because, fun story, I may or may not start doing, or am actually doing again, more War Thunder content. Because you have to imagine it, in World of Tanks I basically have everything. I've learned a lot, and I can be complacent with my skill level, because I still can carry most games. I am still top 95-98% of the players. I guess you, or the majority of the watchers or viewers of those videos, are like, oh my god, RagingRaptor, you're still a unicorn, you are amazing, you can do so much stuff. But when I'm, for example, comparing myself to other players, like Myland, like Skill, like Ducky, like Kaizu, I'm just not good enough, you know? And this is why I'm also falling off a little bit, and it means that sometimes you might not enjoy watching my content or watching my gameplay, because there are better out there, you know, and I might not, I still have to kind of figure out what is my USP again, what is my unique selling point that you watch me, that you support me, that you might be even on my Discord to chat to me. By the way, check out my Discord. If you made it so far, you will most likely enjoy my Discord. It's still a little bit dead, but I try my best to get it animated, and you will see a lot of pictures of trains and of my bearded dragon and of cycling and Swiss mountains. I love it. And yeah, so it's a good thing. But yeah, I decided to do a little bit more of War Thunder content because currently I just enjoy the game generally more. I still need to get more into streaming it as well, so maybe you will come around. I will stream mostly in German because this is my main viewer base, but I'll leave a link to my War Thunder channel as well if you want to see your typical Raging Raptor quality, but with War Thunder stuff. And yeah, what are other goals for 2024? I also now have a German War Thunder channel. Obviously, this one should go to 1,000 subscribers. That is a goal because I feel like there was a niche for content like I did it with the German World of Tanks channel, you know, but for War Thunder. One big thing is, you might have seen it, is this stuff right here. Not this almost beard thingy, but this stuff right down here, which is a little bit floppy. I need to lose weight for summer, because in summer we'll be going yet again to Tankfest. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a 7-day trip, so please come again if you are going to Tankfest and say hi when you see me. Fun story actually about 2023's Tankfest. I was walking around with Ducky, and by the way, I still wholeheartedly have to say Ducky is such a wholesome person, even in person. It's fun to make fun with him, about yourself, about him, about everything. It's fun. He's a super down-to-earth guy. And the best thing was, when we were walking around together at Tankfest, both times we've got recognized. I have been recognized first as the smaller YouTuber, as the smaller streamer, and especially smaller in the English community. I have been recognized first before Ducky. This was so fun. I was like, oh my god, this is RagingRaptor. And Ducky was looking at me like, are you kidding me? Not again. And I literally couldn't hold myself from laughing. It was so fun. But yeah, in 2024, I will go to Tankfest again. Until then, I want to lose some weight. It will be awesome. And obviously, I will be continue working for SBB as well as doing my master's degree. Those are the plans for the foreseeable future. And I have to say, currently, I am I have to say it again, rather. I'm so happy with my workplace. Now I've got more responsibility by being now part of a bigger project where I'm not just working on train control systems per se, ILTIS if you know it, but also the whole stuff around what happens if you are reworking a signal box, if you're reworking the tracks, if you're building new tracks, what has to go in, what has to be checked, etc, etc, etc. So this is now amazing. It's a lot of fun. It's so much to learn. And apparently next year in 2025 I will be also part of the team which is going to rebuild a section of track which is at ETCS level 2, which is that basically the train driver or the train engineer, I think it's called in English, he doesn't see any more signals outside, but he sees it on the dashboard because the train is going 200 kph plus. Again, in Switzerland that's fast. I know, don't make fun of us. But I will be working on that because the other co-worker is the only one knowing how it works, so he's going to tell me, so I have another skill to learn. So yeah, like, while 2023 was a roller coaster of emotions and things, 2024 looks like amazing. And another thing is, the happier I feel myself with how things are going, I have to say it also translates to my videos. I'm more happy then as well. Like, maybe I don't get that many views anymore because I fell off, but so much stuff, I have to say, I feel happy about. I'm glad they happened, and I'm really looking forward to 2024. Or rather, the continuation of 2024. We almost are 2 months in, you know, or rather 3 months in. And with that, thank you. I really, like, you know, I'm really articulate, you know, and that's why I sometimes hit my microphone. I'm sorry for that. again, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun and understand a little bit how it's going around with my life. And I have to say thank you so much for your trust and your help to get this channel and me where I am at. Because without you, I wouldn't have been able to grow this channel, grow a little bit the brand of RagingRaptor, to get recognized in public. It's an odd feeling, you know, but it's also a cool feeling. It's a really cool feeling because it means that people enjoy you, they know you. It's great. And the amount of friends I've got to know through the CC program in World of Tanks, through the CC program in War Thunder is amazing. The fact that I can basically just write to Keyhand in Discord DMs and say, hey yo, can I come to you in Prague? And he's like, yeah, sure. I just have to check that my girlfriend is not over. It's a fantastic. And we went together shooting. We went together eating dinner and stuff like that. I was able to visit the wargaming office, obviously. At Tankfest, the amount of people I met again, like Dwight, like Igibu. It's fun. It's great. It's like, seriously, I from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for this opportunity and this chance, really, to also learn these new skills which I've got from being a YouTuber, from being an, I don't want to say because I'm not really an influencer, but from technically being an influencer, you know, it's great. It's fantastic. And I believe a lot of my English skills, even though, as you might know, my English might be bad and sounds odd because I'm Swiss, still, it's fantastic how much I've learned through the YouTube process with speaking English, watching stuff in English, and just helping myself out with English. It's great. And now I should stop rambling about. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section below what maybe your goals and your future is in 2024. And thank you for being with me.